Hello, this is David Hernandez with the Hernandez Chicago Group, part of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Chicago. Today's recording is about credit. I am going to give you a quick tour of what that means, but I am not a credit repair professional. So to discuss repair of credit, please reach out to a professional. Credit, as we have it now, is a tool that the lenders use to figure out how responsible you are when paying back money. So they will look at everything that you owe and everything that you do to determine if you are responsible and if you pay on time, basically, and how much debt can you really handle based on your income. So one of the things that you will always see will be credit bureaus. So you will see Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And then the range of the credit is like between about 300 to 850. So if you have a credit score of like 500, then it needs work. If you have a credit score of 600, it also needs work. If it's 700, then it's decent. If it's 800, then it's great. But here is how they factor things in. And on the other video, we're covering how to utilize your credit cards to make sure that you have the right tools. And of course, you can check your Credit Karma or your Discover has it. They can track your credit and they give you tips on what to do. You can also check the entities from the government, from the credit bureau to Consumer Protection Bureau and the FDIC, I think it is. All these entities are designed to protect you and inform you. Please check with them. Don't hold me accountable for any of the tips that I tell you. Please check with them for more details. So here's what you might see as far as like the companies, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And here are the credit scores that I mentioned. So there are 5 major components to your credit. The most important is your payment history, which is how good you are at making payments. And the second most important, but also very powerful, is the amounts you owe to the credit cards. And that tells them how much debt you're willing to get into. But then the challenge is that they bundle everything together. Then they also care about the length of your credit history. So how long have you had the card or the loan? They care about any new credit that you're bringing in, but they also care about anything that you're applying for, especially if you get denied. And then the last thing they factor in is the type of credit. So like say you have credit cards, you have a car loan, you have, student loans, all those different things also factor into your final score. Now, like I said, payment history is the most important thing in your credit score. And that is about 35% of your score. Then you go down to the amount that you owe, which is 30% of your final score. But this is very important, especially when you're using credit cards. Then you have 50% that is allocated to the length of credit, how long have you had it, and then 10% for the other two, which is new credit, anything that you apply for, and then 10% for types of credit, meaning the variety of types of loans that you have for credit cards. Now, the bottom line is this: pay on time or early. If you can't, pay early. Sometimes that helps. Don't keep your balances too high. For sure, on a credit card, don't go over 50% of your credit card, ever. For the length of your card history, don't close down any card if you don't have to, unless you have too many cards, then maybe you should close some of them down. But if you have only 2 credit cards and you want to close one of them down, maybe just bring it down to 0, use it once in a while, and that's it. And then when you apply to new credit cards, don't apply to too many. Please check out the other video we have on tips on how to use your credit cards and maximize your score. And please like us, subscribe, and click on the bell. Thank you. See you next time.